Thank you so much for stopping in. The thing that's been on my mind recently is the question, is Donald Trump not well? And is there something something going wrong with his health? I seem to saw some headlines, some different bylines or whatever they're called, that were suggesting that people are saying that he is not well. So I thought, let me put my cards on. I'm going to use the investigation deck today. Let's see what the cards have to say about, is Donald Trump ill? Is there something wrong with him that will, adjust his time in office or just whatever? The card's ready. As you know, I am a conscious trance channeler. I'm channeling a message based on the oracle cards that I'm pulling out. And when the channeling starts, I'll tell you the cards, but when the channeling starts, I'll start telling you what I'm hearing. The first card is judgment, harsh sentence. Next card is home, search, or house. The channeling I'm receiving is the job that he has as president of the United States is very stressful. He enjoys the stress, but it is starting to having some effects on his health because it's harsh. He's ready, but the magnitude of the issues that he has to face coming off of the previous administration is gigantic. The next card is death, endings. So it's judgment, home search or house, death, ending. The next one is domestic violence, abuse. The issues that he is attempting to rectify does require endings and beginnings. And in the meantime, he's looking over all of the issues that he has been left to deal with. And it is, in a sense, it was abusive to leave all of those things or create a lot of things that started to happen just before he took office. That was an abusive activity for the previous administration to take. And repeat offender is the next card. He walks his path alone. He has fixed things in the past. He looks forward to fixing things in the future, but at times it appears to be very mystical, hard to see what the plan is. He sees the plan. The people around him, the people looking onto him, have a hard time seeing the plan. He is a big picture thinker. Next card is tied or restrained. He has been restrained in every activity that he has tried to move forward on. He will overcome those. The next card is strength, confrontation. He knew that there would be restraints put on him in order for, in his position, help the American person, the American citizen. He knew that he would be in any way possible kept from moving forward on his agenda. His agenda is righteous for the people of the United States. It's not for the whole world, it is for his people. He doesn't mind the confrontation. He doesn't mind doing the hard work. He doesn't mind looking over all of the issues. He doesn't mind making decisions, putting some things to an end, putting seeing that there have been abuses on the American people, and he does not want it to continue to go on, nor does he want it to keep repeating and repeating as it has for many years. Oof, this is really an intense channeling. The next card is Magician, Dark Ritual. There are many that will do anything in their power to stop him from success, and they revel in being able to stop them. It thrills them to stop him from having his agenda fulfilled. The next card is Please Find Me. The American person, the American citizen is saying, I want the help. I want you to see me. I want you to find me and know my trials and the toughness of my life. I want you to see me. I want you to see that I am struggling sometimes, and I appreciate that you have seen me in your activities, in your actions. That is what the citizens are saying to themselves when it's quiet, in the dark. They just want to be seen. They just want some relief. They believe that even though it might be a struggle here and there, the struggle will end. It won't keep repeating, and that alone, not repeating and repeating for my children, their children, to have to keep dealing with the same stuff. The next card, Strategy and Planning. There is truly a strategy that is designed already. There is a strategy, and it is in the plan. It's past the planning stage. It's in the implementation phase, but there's so much restraint. It's hard to see any forward activity that proves that there was a strategy and that there was some planning and it's being implemented, but because of the restraint, because of the pushback, because of the dark rituals that have been put upon him, it's hard to see. You can't really see the trail because it's been disrupted so often. It's hard to track when it started with then all the disruptions and all the mess and all the fake news and all the everything else that go on. It doesn't to the average citizen, it's hard to track that something actually is working. Next card is Heavy Burden Carried. It is an extremely heavy burden that he has carried for many years because he wants the goodness for the American citizen. He also wants the goodness for the humanity of the world. It's not just, he doesn't just think of the local, he thinks of the whole big picture, and he understands that he is carrying that burden, but he knows people around him will support him, and he knows that if just you can just see a little bit of the light beyond the heavy burden, we do this is my messaging, we do see, he is saying, I do see the trials of the citizen. I do see the trials of the difficulties of the people of the world. If you can just see the light and follow that light and believe that goodness can come to you, you will start beginning to see that. Next, stalker being watched. You are being watched over by benevolent entities that are off Earth. He is being watched over by beings that are off Earth. It's benevolent beings. They're wanting the best outcome. They know what the strategy is. They know what the planning is. They know that there's pushback. They know that there's restraints. And they know it's a harsh, hard thing to do. But they are watching on. And guiding us through the transition of ages. The next card, Temperance, Life and Balance. That is the goal. the goal is to go all through all of the burdens, look at all of the burdens, take the mental struggle, do the planning, do the strategy, recognize that people are being harmed, emotionally harmed, physically harmed, financially harmed. But that is going to come to an end. The repeating of that scenario is coming to an end. You have to see the light of the heavy burden, and that you're being watched over, and that life comes into a balance. That next last card was temperance, life in balance. And then suspicious activity is the last card. The manipulation going on behind the scenes is going to be revealed. So that's kind of a little different than the rest of the message. Okay, the underlying card is DNA evidence, well-funded operation, powerful person involved. The underlying energy is that the needs of humanity are absolutely known. Even though the opposition is well funded, this operation is well funded as well. You are not left to flounder. There are powerful, it says powerful person involved. There are more than just the president that are involved in this. He is relatively one of the only ones that the beings off planet, he is one of the few that know the whole plan and strategy in its entirety. He's one of the few that know. He also knows that his activities are planned. It was a strategy and it was planned, but he also knows that the benevolent energies off planet are helping. Not everybody knows that in his circle. It will all be revealed. The next card's ransom or not, or note left. We, the citizens of the world, humanity of the world, will know what is happening soon. Not everything can be revealed because there is still the next card's High Priestess, hidden knowledge. There are certain things that can't be revealed. It's not that you cannot know it, it's just that you cannot, there's certain things that the benevolent people watch, and energies watching over everything. There's just certain things you can't know, because you do have to learn, you do have to understand, you do have to go through certain things so that you have a reference to the goodness that comes. You have to have a reference to what has been and what has bothered you and what has really made life difficult in order to see the goodness of the future. And then the last card I'm going to pick, these are still underlined. Sun, yes, correct, path. So basically the channeling I just gave you is saying, yes, that is accurate. There's some things you can't know, but you do have to learn certain things during difficult times. We don't want to make it difficult on you, but there are certain things humans learn best from, and that is difficulty. It's not how we want it, it is how it is. But as you understand that and you look forward and you see that light that is above, you can see it over the heavy burdens that are carried right now. You can see that it is the correct path. There is a lot of goodness coming. And the people that have been manipulating will no longer have the energy access to manipulate. So the hidden knowledge that is referenced by the card is the benevolence that comes once you realize, once you accept that you are in a transitory time, that you are in a revolutionary time. It is difficult. However, the leader that you have chosen for the United States, the person that has the strategy and the planning, will take good care of you. And he doesn't mind the toughness of his job. That's it. That is, they've stopped, the channeling stopped. That was really interesting. I mean, that question was really, there was I'll have to re-listen to it, but there was very little hesitation in anything. Okay, so I'll put the cards up. I'll show you what I saw as I was channeling. I really like this. I'm using the investigation deck. Really, really gave some very good insight. Thank you so much for stopping in, and please stay tuned because there's a lot more to come.